Hello, fellow engineers. Welcome to another episode of the survival near Triton for now. So, last time I managed to collect some platinum and to refine enough to build most of the ion thrusters you see on this ship that is the Firestone. So, we are departing from the asteroid where I found the ore. Of course, I pinned it, so in case I need more, I can go back and find it pretty quick. And now, before heading back to the base, I'm going to collect a bit more of gold, as I want to finish build all the ion thrusters before re-entering Triton. And I think it's a good thing I have marked all the GPS positions of the ores I've found so far, because most likely I will not need any more to look for them. I need gold, I know exactly where to go. I need uranium, same thing. It's a time saver. Anyways, the plan is to finish building these ion thrusters, re-enter the base, and then finally build the other two modular ships, the FirePrime and the Firestorm. So I've finally collected all the materials. We're heading back to Triton. So remember I was worried about the ship not being able to lift on 1G? Well, I made a test. Yeah, I just made a replica of the ship, went on creative mode and tried to land with that. It worked, so we can do it in real life, so to speak. I know, I could have done with some calculator, with some more elegant and more scientific way, but I did it this way. And actually, to be honest, I used the tool to calculate with the full cargo how much thrust power would I need to lift on 1G, and it said 29 small hydrogen thrusters, while I just have 18. Still, of course, I have the ion thrusters, but you know that in atmosphere they are almost useless. So, well, with the test I made, I was barely able to stop falling down, and that means I need to be very careful, especially when getting closer to the surface. So for now we just let the ship drift towards the planet until it reaches its gravity influence, and then we will change its trajectory. We still have more than 100 kilometers, so instead of being here doing nothing, why not doing something in the meantime? I mean, the view is pretty cool. We can see the Milky Way, but I've been weeks in space, so I'm kind of tired of that. Let's do something more exciting, like a spacewalk. And also something useful. Yes, because as we traveled, I was still refining some thruster components so I can finish to build these ion thrusters. You know, saving time. Of course, this is dangerous. I can crash onto some asteroid that I haven't seen because they are not visible until they are closer than 100 kilometers. Or maybe less, I don't know. Anyways, look how cool it is. The welder trail moves because we are actually moving. Okay, this was the last one. So we are done. Look at that. Will it be enough to stop us from falling? Yes, it is. Okay, we are also getting closer to the planet, and we want to look where we're going and avoid any accidental crash onto an asteroid. So let's get back to the pilot seat. There. So how far we are? Some 43 kilometers from the base. So we are going to orient the ship towards the gravity center. I mean the downside. And getting closer. So if we put ourselves straight on top of the base and just let the ship fall down until a certain altitude, we should be doing fine. And I think it's a pretty nice view. I actually should have taken more screenshots and video shots from this angle, but you won't see more. Alright, 24 kilometers from the base, and we are descending slowly but steadily. You know what? Before continuing, just in case, let's build something. Couple of parachutes. Because actually I do not have the same amount of materials as I had with the test I made. And I didn't have as many thrusters I have right now, so I think it's better to, you know, make sure we don't have any bad accident. So I don't know, I hope 2 parachutes will be enough in case the thruster won't be enough. Again, I think you can find calculators that help you make sure you have enough based on the mass of the ship, but I just skip that part. Worst case scenario will be that my ship will be damaged, partially at least, closer to the base, so I can use the welding ship to fix it, I guess. Alright, parachutes are in place. Let's just get down to the planet. Carefully, but still safer than before. Okay, 7 kilometers from the base. We are very, very close. We will slow down in a moment. Roughly, it decreases 1 meters per second, so I have to take that into account. You see, less than 2 kilometers and just at 18 meters per second, still slowing down. 500 meters, 4 meters per second approximately. We have to be very careful. Also because at this point the ion thrusters are almost useless. The good thing is that it looks like I won't need to use the parachutes. Alright, just a couple 100 meters from the entrance. We are still going very, very slow, very carefully. I missed you, dear base, dear Starforge. I actually thinking that I would need to make it look prettier before I leave this planet. Alright, we are just moving horizontally now, so we are quite safe. The sensor should open the gate in a moment. Let's see. There you go, finally. Home, sweet home. Of course, we are still not parked, so never sing victory before you actually win. And you know what, I was a little bit worried because I watched another survival series and the guy returned to a destroyed base. I think apparently because it was attacked by spiders, and luckily on Triton there is nothing. So yeah, I shouldn't have worried about it. Anyways, let's try to land this ship and connect to that connector to the right side. Actually, that connector looks really ugly and I should do something about it. It was temporary, so I should take care of it before I start building the FirePrime. Alright, let's lock it to the base and finally go into the control room. We want to check if the refinery is are working. I mean, how quick they are refining the platinum, and sort of making an estimate of how long it will take, even if in the meantime we will be doing something else. Oops. This is the other control room. Here we don't have that information. Well, anyways, we can see it's refining. Cool. We have 3 refineries working at the moment. Okay, on the other side, on the other control room, we do have information about how many thrust components we have so far, and we can see in real time that value increase. If I remember correctly, I actually just need 3000 and something, and considering I've already built all the ion thrusters for the Firestone, I might need much less. So let's see. Okay, I just went inside the Firestone just to check if every component and material was taken out from the ship, and it looks like the inventory manager is doing its job. So let's get out of here and let's get back to the control room. I like the little details that I was able to add to this ship. It is more functional and it looks a little better. So here you can see the projection of the full ship, and as you can see, the Firestone is that little thing in the middle. We have a lot to build still, so we have a lot of work to do. Anyways, it feels so close to make this thing real and finally leave this planet for new adventures. I mean, the ship alone, it isn't too bad, but it doesn't look that cool, right? Just a functional ship, just to extract minerals, get some hydrogen and stuff like that. So one thing I have to do is to get rid of these parachutes as well as the turret, because it was not part of the plan. Because once I have all the modular ships, the Firestorm, the ship that is in the front part, will have enough turrets and defenses to get rid of any enemy. Okay, so what am I doing here? Well, you will see more in detail when it's done, because it's like a work in progress. This should be the new connector for the ship, but it will also work as a loading platform for the ship. So pretty heavy lifting stuff. But I do not have a clear idea of how it should look. I have not designed that in Creative first. So it will be an iterative process. I might need to dismantle several times what I do until I get the right design for our case. Plus, I don't know. You can tell me in the comments what you think. The base doesn't look that cool as I initially planned. So I'm not sure if I will spend more time refining the base, make it look better, and then finally building the rest of the ship, leaving this planet for good, and finishing this first season. Finally, I have more than 3000 thruster components, and also I still have quite some materials to refine. I think we're going to be good. We don't have to go to space to finish the ion thrusters of the other 2 modular ships. Okay, so we are going to end this episode right here. We will continue building this sort of connector loading platform in the next episode. I should think about it thoroughly to make something that makes sense and actually works. And we are nearing the end of this season, so if you guys have some ideas about the next season, I will be there listening. So if you like what you see, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We will see you next time. Bye bye. Ouch.